pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Birmingham North. All right.
Chairman Brian Griffin,
Yes, here.
Vice Chairman Louis Hartel,
Here.
Treasurer Mark Bisecker,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Arlen Griffey,
Here.
and Commissioner Eric Nolan.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, as I call for approval of the agenda prior submitted, we do have a motion that goes along with that agenda to amend it to allow for action items 9.1 through 9.8, which are the represented policy actions, to be bundled into one consent agenda item. If everyone is in favor of the approval of the agenda with that modification, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I told you, it's just not my day.
No worries.
I need a motion to approve the agenda as modified.
So moved.
So moved. Commissioner Nolan motions, Commissioner Tell seconds. All in favor of approval action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that is the
Aye.
agenda under which we'll operate. Thank you. Okay. Any public comments here this evening?
No, sir.
No one signed up. All right, action item 4 is to approve the meeting minutes that were submitted to the board for review and approval this evening, which are February 12th meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve and file?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approval action signify by saying aye.
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 And that one
Aye.
too carries. Thank you, sir. And we will file accordingly. Moving us to the executive director's report.
Thank you, sir. We'll start with the projects on the water main replacement project phase 4. CV Developers has installed mainline water piping from Golf Club Drive up to about Alkee Way, and that's going according to schedule. Lift Station 3 force main replacement project, bottom to top, is working on the discharge piping at the station at this time, and they were installing the air release valve in the median on north yesterday, which they got that backfilled and covered up real good for this morning's event, or last night's events with the weather. So that project's about 75% complete so far. Basin 3 sewer improvement projects, that project will bid opening tonight in this meeting. We have abandonment of easement, Kahana Street, phase 2, unit 7, block 4, between lots 27 and 28. And it was determined that this easement is no use to the district now or in the foreseeable future, and we recommend it for board approval. Water Tower 1 paint issue, legal counsel has filed paperwork. The bonding agent and discovery of data is going on at this time. We've gotten most of it, a few items left to get from the engineering company, and we expect to have that by the end of this, tomorrow actually, hopefully. Some maintenance highlights. We did 4 sewer line backup investigations, 2 sewer line repairs, 11 sewer cleanouts installed, 3 new water and sewer connections, 6 water service line repairs, 1 water main repair, other side of Lakeside Villas, 9 after-hours emergency calls, 4 being water, 1 sewer. Some other items to mention: the Preserve subdivision project. Have not seen any activity there since the last meeting. Not sure what's going on with that. Diamond Head Lakes phase 2, Meritage Homes. They have been clearing the land and laying out the streets. So if you haven't seen it, it's quite a sight. They've taken out a lot of land. But anyway, Mauna Kea Townhomes, the building 2 site work is complete. They poured the slab, so they'll be coming up out of the ground with that building. And nothing to report on the MDOT project. You've seen the wall, so it's at its end. The Diamond Head Water Sewer District will be closed Friday, Good Friday, April 3rd, and next board meeting scheduled for April 9th.
Thank you, David. Any questions for the?
Just the one. There were 9 after-hour emergency calls.
Yes, sir.
What were the other 4?
I'm sorry. It should be 5, if I'm not mistaken.
5 sewer calls?
It should be 5
5
total.
sewer calls.
9 after hours, 4 water, 5 all total, 4 water, 1 sewer.
Oh,
Okay.
That was changed to 9.
well, other questions?
No.
Mr. Plasak?
No.
Commissioner Griffey on the phone. Any questions?
I don't have any questions, no.
So, I have a couple, David, they're just general fill in the blanks. So on the water main replacement, obviously that's project.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, especially both from the dynamics of it as well as the visuals. How are we doing with the residents down that way?
Pretty fair. We haven't had any, I hate to jinx this, but it's been going good since the last meeting. I mean, better communication from the contractors to the residents. So, it's going
good.
okay.
That's good to hear. My phone hasn't been blowing up. I assume no one else's has, which I find remarkable. So that's why I had to.
Which we've touched on, critical issues in the progress meetings with the contractor and engineers we have every 2 weeks. So I think that prevents some things from getting out of hand, like the mess, cleanliness, the orderliness of the site, that kind of thing. So it's gonna be messy.
Yeah.
I mean, just like it was on the backside of Diamond Head East when we did all those projects.
Yeah, no doubt, but just,
Keeping it orderly is a task.
yes.
They have one more bore across Hilo, and that may change, cause then they'll be in yards.
Yeah, once we
They'll
start
start running the service lines next,
interfering,
that might be.
It might be when they,
the shutdowns for the connections
Yeah.
on the water mains and the yards, yeah. That's a good point, Joe. It'll
might get some sensory
You might
input
get
there.
some sensory.
the complaints may rise.
Yeah,
Or some visuals.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah, when they see the big bore machine parked in their yard,
Or what they think is their yard. It's always the case what they think is their yard.
There's been questions, they've been, some people asking.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, there was a sign at each end of the project,
that's
and I still get asked, what are you doing?
You're still under the assumption of reading is fundamental. aren't you?
It's just funny, but,
Yes.
That was his first mistake.
So, we enjoy the interaction and the contact, so
Yeah, I'm sure we do. It improves you as a person.
it does. That's a good way to put it, diplomatic.
So the 5 after-hour emergency calls for water, like, give us some idea of like.
Usually it's usually an old service line that's perforated, and we'll go in, if it's off the road, we'll patch it just to get them service back and going as quick as possible. Most of the time, we'll run a new service line at another date, the next day or the next 2 days, or whenever we can fit it in, but that's usually the case. Sometimes it's a leak at the meter, sometimes it's a leak on their side of their line, and we end up stating so and leaving the site, but we have to go check it out, determine what it is.
Are they appreciative?
They usually are.
Good.
There's an occasion when
They're not.
it doesn't go well, but,
Okay, wow. Thank you. I don't have any further questions, and we'll just move on, if that's the case.
Thank you.
Thank you for the report.
Yes,
All right. That moves us to section 6, construction engineering projects. 6-1 this evening. we got
Mr.
some action.
no,
5.2.
5-2.
Oh, I'm sorry, package in my head. So motion to authorize Seymour Engineering to open all bids received for the sewer improvements phase 3 project, and that's what we have here to track on the bid sheet. So with that, no further ado, I'll let you do that, sir.
Do we have first and second? First and second on the
So
motion?
moved.
So, Nolan, 5 seconds.
Thank you.
We'll do that in late, so. No, it's wrong.
We good? So this is for the Diamond Head Sewer Improvements Phase 3. And this is in Basin 3. Bids were due at 2 o'clock today, and we're opening here at 4-ish. All right, my first bid is BLD Services out of Kenner, Louisiana. responsibility number is 17594 MC. And they have their bid bond. Alright, their total base bid is $1,841,842.50. So that's $1,841,842.50. Next bid, bottom to top, construction. Certificate of responsibility number 23104 MC.
I'm sorry, repeat that please.
23104 MC.
Okay, thank you.
And they are a resident contractor. No. They have a bid bond. They have their addendum acknowledgement. And their base bid is $1,862,205.83. $1,862,205.83. Next, we have Gulf Coast Underground. They are a non-resident contractor. And their certificate of responsibility number is 14487 MC. That's 14487 MC. They have a bid bond. And they have an addendum acknowledgement. Yes, yes. And their total base bid is $2,862,787.93. That's $2,862,787.93. This is Video Industrial Services out of Birmingham, Alabama. Their Mississippi certificate of responsibility number 26115 SC. 26115 SC. And they are a non-resident contractor. Alright. Addendum is acknowledged. They have their bid bond. And their base bid is $1,824,366.45. $1,824,366.45. This is JLB Contractors out of Long Beach, Mississippi. Certificate of Responsibility 21884. MC. Alright, addendum 1 acknowledgements. And a bid bond. Their base bid, $2,167,025.00. So that's $2,167,025.00. Next we got Moran Hauling, Certificate of Responsibility 09083. 09083 MC. They have their bid bond, they have their addendum acknowledgement. They are a resident contractor. And base bid, $2,507,413.00. So $2,507,413.00. Two more. This next one's DNA Underground. Certificate of Responsibility 20907 MC. 20907 MC. They are a resident contractor also. Alright, they have bid 1 acknowledged. They have their bid bond. Base bid is $2,195,000. $2,195,020.00. Last one, Suncoast Infrastructure, Certificate of Responsibility 12019 MC. 12019 MC. Then $1,762,150.00. $1,762,150.00. All right, that concludes the bid opening.
The motion to acknowledge, the bid opening and to, big part,
648.
648 comes up.
Second that.
Just for reference, my estimate was 1.8, so I think those are pretty good numbers.
Folks make comment about that as well. That banding in that, range is so tight. The only way that could happen is the quality of specifications. That's the only way that could happen. Not a staff submitters that, they agree with that. Thank you. All right. Now, we'll move to 6, because there's no 5-3, right? I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe look.
Yeah. 6-1, nothing this evening. 6-2, 6-2A specifically seeking a motion to approve digital engineering invoice number 13 in the amount of $21,500 for the period of December 28, 2025 through January 31st, 2026, leaving a remaining balance of $147,100 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motion, can I get a second? Commissioner Tell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Thank you, sir. 6-2B, seeking a motion to approve CB developers, excuse me, I'm sorry, payout number 2 in the amount of $122,067.21 for the period of January 17, 2026 to February 20th, 2026, leaving a remaining balance of $674,613.19 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Bott, second motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 And that,
Aye.
thank you. That motion is carried. 6-3, 6-3A specifically seeking a motion to approve Seymour Engineering invoice number 9704 in the amount of $8,354 for the period of February 1st, 2026 to February 28th, 2026. Leave a remaining balance of $16,708 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Bisecker seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, sir.
Aye.
6-4, 6-4A specifically seeking a motion to acknowledge receipt of and take all bids under advisement and to authorize Seymour Engineering to review and return a recommendation of the Board of Commissioners. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions, can I second?
Second.
Commissioner Ortell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 And that carries unanimously. 6-4B, seeking a motion to approve Seymour Engineering invoice 9703 in the amount of $15,000 for the period of October 1st, 2025 through February 28th, 2026, leaving a remaining balance of $110,390 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions, Commissioner Bisecker seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 And that is carried. 6-5, 6-5A, seeking a motion to approve Covington Civil and Environmental Master Services Agreement to commence upon board approval and to authorize the chairman to execute the same. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motions, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
And it carries, thank you. 6-5B, seeking a motion to spread upon the minutes to execute digital engineering and the executed Seymour Engineering Master Service Agreements, both approved by the board on February 12, 2026. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions, get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Urtel seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And it's,
Aye.
thank you. 6.5C, seeking a motion to approve digital engineering invoice number 32 for the GIS integration and maintenance project in the amount of $1,536.25 for the period of December 28, 2025 through January 31st, 2026. Leave a remaining balance of $15,805 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
Aye.
Commissioner Bisecker motions. Can I get a second? Commissioner Ortell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, sir. 6.5D, seeking a motion to approve Seymour Engineering invoice 9702 for lift station number 17 improvements in the amount of $3,500 for the period of July 21st, 2024 through February 28th, 2026. Leaving a remaining balance of $10,500 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions. Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Tell seconds. All in favor of Bruce action signify by saying aye.
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 And that motion is carried. 6.5E, seeking a motion to approve Seymour Engineering invoice number 9705 for the lift station number 26 repair in the amount of $1,936 for the period of February 16th, 2026 through February 28th, 2026, leaving a remaining balance of $484 on this contract. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions. Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Tell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that motion is carried.
Aye.
Thank you. All motions were carried unanimously. And that leads us over into financials for section 7. 7.1A, specifically seeking a motion to approve payment of docket of claims in total amount of $337,254.61. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions. Can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Ortell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye. Thank you very much. Sorry about a slight interruption. Anybody else need a water?
No.
I do. So now I'm seeking approval of, or,
Aye.
I'm sorry, thank you. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 And that motion carries. 7.1B, motion to acknowledge payment of the unapproved docket of claims as detailed in section 6 in total amount of $173,893.46. Can I get a motion to approve? Commissioner Bisecker motions, Commissioner Tell seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
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 And it carries. 7.1C, seeking a motion to approve payment of the customer deposit refund register in the total amount of $7,951.46. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Nolan motions, Commissioner Bisecker seconds. All in favor of approval, action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that motion is
Aye.
carried. Thank you. And that leads us to the treasurer's report.
Our available bank balance as of February 28th was $5,919,596.19. Of this available balance, $2,814,738 is budgeted in the 5-year CIP plan. $2,375,339 is for operating and maintenance. The remaining $729,520 is emergency reserve. Our bond principal debt balance is $16,474,000. Our bad debt transfers for February are zero, and year-to-date remains $435.52. Our revenues are at 39% for the year, which is below budget. Our expenses are at 36%, which is also below budget for the year. Our February bill cycle indicates operating revenue decreased 2% from last month and 1% decrease in operating revenue from the same time last year. Our operating ratio goal is 1.10, and we're at 1.72. And our debt ratio goal is 1.25, and we're at 2.58. And our CIP project spending is at 19% for the year. Thank you.
Any questions for the comptroller? Yes, sir. That's obviously an almost negligible percentage, not neglecting the fact that it's below projections, but any response to that?
I could see, I'm seeing a trend of the revenues kind of going a little bit downwards than what they have been in the past. I'm not sure exactly what is causing that, other than just a combination of still on top of with the reading system, finding leaks and people are fixing their leaks and things like that, so I could see that indicating some of it, but, other than
Springtime
that,
about to hit.
yeah.
Springtime is about to.
Yeah, around June, July, August, we'll see an increase, based on irrigation and things as well.
Well, the only reason I bring it up is, one, it deserves some discussion, even though not a terribly deep dive at the moment. However, as we come in marching towards July, when we'll no doubt face the, next year budget scenario and looking at billing,
Yeah.
I wanna look historically at how, accurate our revenue projections have been relative to those budget numbers. I'd like us to back up at
Agreed.
least a couple of 3 years, represent that to the board, see how close our targeting has been.
Respectfully, to join the conversation a little bit though, I'm not sure how accurate numbers this year are going to be because of the fact that we've had inflation historically, now we're in this skirmish overseas and everything, and I'm not saying a water bill, it's trickled on down, but people are paying attention more to what they're spending. They really are. I mean,
And your point
my
towards
point,
mine is what?
I don't know, I just think that you can't go historic, I think this is gonna be a skew. I think we have to take into account that there are external factors that could be affecting the numbers for this particular cycle.
I have no problem interrogating the numbers in that state. And with that in mind, however, we project revenues and we set billing accordingly. And whatever factors are affecting revenues is gonna affect billing.
And I can see some changes coming up.
Okay.
Well, I think we'll have a Black Friday event in May, June, July, like we always do.
A Black Friday event?
Yeah,
You have to fill me in on what you mean by that.
They'll start spending more during the spring and start of summer, getting their flowers ready. And their
Well,
stuff.
I don't doubt that, I'm just saying, just in overall consequence to, we like any other enterprise like this would use forecasting. I just wanna see relative accuracy to our forecasting.
Gotcha.
But is this normal what you would see?
It's a little lower
Be
than.
down,
A little lower than normal,
a little lower than
A
normal?
bit lower.
not a whole lot, but a little.
I just think it may balance out and they start really doing their yard work.
I think for here to date will be okay, but I could see us next year needing to, make some adjustments.
So we're gonna send Joe door to door and, some,
Please use more.
And like Tricia said, to her point, we are seeing people, they're watching their water better than they
It's
do.
the leaks and things like that, I mean, their bill's a couple of dollars more, we're getting more calls and inquiries and of course, we're, heading off some of the potential leaks and they're fixing them and they're getting that taken care of. People a little more aware of, like she said, what's being spent in their households.
I think that's great. However, you're again using
We're seeing it.
a variable that we're setting up
Yeah.
expectations
We're
on.
hopeful.
We need to adjust accordingly.
And we do have 2 subdivisions that are being constructed, so hopefully they'll get that within this calendar year,
Well,
hopefully.
further, without belaboring it too much, further to my point, I don't really recall us talking about more coming offline than come online. So we have a revenue projection based on an expectation of advancing customer clientele, both residential and commercial. And that is supposed to intersect as best it
It's a
can.
dance.
Well, I got that. Just want to make sure that if the dance is starting to look like a jazz dance, and we've been doing the
Different shoes on.
doing the foxtrot,
For the child.
yeah,
You are old.
I'm telling you. And your point is.
I'm right with you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. All right, moving us to section 8. Old business, and section 8.1 is motion to spread upon the minutes, the executed property and casualty insurance renewal binder is approved by the board our last meeting of February 2026, no, 12th, 2026. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Bisecker motions, can I use your second?
Yes.
Commissioner Tell, seconds, all in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
How about you, Birmingham? You willing to accept that binder?
Dr. Griffin?
Yep, aye.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I'm all for it.
All right, cool.
I don't have any questions.
Motion carries unanimously. 8.2, motion to amend district rate and fee schedule to include maximum ordinance violation fine of $5,000. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motions, can I get a second? Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion carries.
Aye.
Because I know I'm prophetic. Like that. 8.3, seeking a motion to adjust current balance of ordinance violation fees on account at 1088 Hyena Court in the accordance with our rate and fee schedule, and to authorize legal counsel to file judgment claim against said property in the amount of $5,000. All in favor of approves action signify by saying aye. I'm sorry, we need a motion.
Aye.
Then, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself again. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Bisecker motions, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Tell seconds. Now, all in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, sir. Moving us into section 9, you recall we have an amended motion to accept 9.1 through 9.8 as one policy package prior reviewed and a consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve accordingly?
Mr. Chairman, we need to make a slight amendment to that motion.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna still let you consent it, but just bear with me here.
Just screwing with my head.
Okay, as written, section 9.1 should be amended to motion to approve amended district policy D-206-008, policies and procedures for requesting public records. That is really not it is not a fee schedule for the reproduction of documents, it's your Public Records Act policy. So we renamed it accordingly.
We'll see the red line in the copy of the agenda page I'll put.
I just changed the names, all I did, to make it really what it is.
Am I supposed to repeat
No,
that, or
no,
are we going to
no,
accept
no,
that?
no.
Just
I'm
gotta-
just
you gotta
telling,
add in your second.
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, I'm just telling you what's changed.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
on section 9.2, sewer backups, there was a sentence added that recommended for homes built below street elevation that a backflow preventer be installed. We cannot require it, but we did recommend it. The point being, then there's public notice. I'm also gonna have them post that policy on the bulletin board out front for anyone coming in for connection service or to pay their bills. But the issues that we've had in the past historically have been at that point where that elevation's below street grade, and they've not had backflow preventer. We can't require it, but we can heavily recommend it, and they have noticed at that point. So that's what that one is, and then on 9.8, it is going to change, it's going to read motion to approve the removal and deletion of the following policies. And then if you go back up, it had a, where's the commissioner? I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's not
9.7.
48, right?
Huh?
Yeah, we added and deletion and took out the.
Yeah, we took out the word treasury
Oh, yeah, that's at the end of 9.8.
at the end of 9.8. But with regard to 9.7, 9.7 needs to be moved into 9.8. The only way under state law that a commissioner can be removed is conviction of a felony offense or death. So, we cannot require your attendance per se, which I know you would never abuse, but somebody thought it pertinent to make a policy on it, and that really should not, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't read every policy you got. And so this one is not worth the paper it's written on. so we're gonna get rid of it.
Okay. So that promotes just a little bit of protracted discussion around this concept of consent agendas. Okay. I have no problem with that elaboration, right? In the future, if we're gonna do consent, which I hope we do, we're gonna do consent blocking, like we took this motion at the very beginning. The motion is gonna be inclusive of the language changes that are included, rather than do what we just did. I'm just telling it for the staff.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, just telling for the staff, because couple things. Counselor, your elaboration isn't covered by the simplicity of the itemization here in 9.1 through 9.8.
You're absolutely right.
So, you see where I'm coming from? So if we're going to do that, we need to have it
Well,
included.
That's correct, but let me say this, and I'm gonna make them mad, and I'm sorry, but we need the agenda. If you wanna do a consent agenda, we need the agenda sooner so we can review it and make changes. It goes out, it's public as soon as I get it. David and I talked about it the very next day. It's too late, it's gone.
It's not public till Wednesday.
Well, it didn't get changed in time.
And I have no problem with getting in.
So whatever y'all wanna do, or we can leave it wrong, up to you.
No, you just
We got it, we'll
not ever accept that. Okay.
we understand.
Let me back up. Point is well taken. I'll let the two of you, because to us, I may make that statement, I made an error for the five of us. You collectively represent our staff. Contractually, our legal services, administratively, all of our other services, okay? Within that context, and sometimes things fail, I mean, I tell you, you have no idea how many boards it's sort of, sometimes things fail in a consent agenda idea of, okay, I've got this package, it's gonna roll tonight. It's not gonna roll tonight, because I have to go through these elements, okay? I have no problem with that. But if we're gonna move into a consent agenda, you two can iron out the timing as well as you need to, and it will not always meet grade by the time we come together to put our stamp on it. But in the interest of looking forward, that needs to come a lot closer than what we just went through.
We try to get as close as we can,
Right.
so that we get as much at the last minute as we possibly can, but it's still, things come up.
And I think I speak for every other board member. We have no problem abandoning
And you've seen us send
the
out
consent agenda amended because we need to get in and make sure it's both recorded in the minutes. Often that is an absolutely necessary attribute, and otherwise. But just again, I started with this one and ended with that, and it just seemed like they should have seamed up together right from the beginning.
So we do have a motion to approve 9.1 to 9.8 as amended. Who was the first and second, or did we get to that and I missed it?
But
We never got there.
Okay,
no,
getting there.
okay.
we're about to
That's
get
what I
there.
was trying to-
So, what is that? We losing Mr. Griffey, or he's out of fuel and is
No,
stopping at
I'm
Buc-ee's
still
in
here.
Birmingham?
Close proximity.
So to that end, all right, and I think this is where you were going. This is the action under which we were certain, we thought we were gonna take action, but it's not. It's now seeking a motion to accept the approved consent agenda with the changes referenced in this, correct?
Which will still be identified in the minutes.
Correct. 9.1, 9.8, as annotated and discussed in consequence to review of the consent agenda.
Well, it's covered because it says presented, distributed,
Yeah.
and this was distributed, it's just that when, in the beginning of the meeting, you saw the first page, you didn't see this page, so it's in the package, so it's in the amendment
I think you know where
technical.
I'm coming from, I think.
Yeah, it's covered, it's covered, she's just gotta watch how she writes.
That's it,
Absolutely.
can I get a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Ertel, motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approval of this action signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And that motion is carried.
Aye.
And don't, try not to stumble, don't take anything that I said wrong. Just, if we're gonna start moving into these kinds of packages, then it's gonna take a few dances before we get these steps down, I can tell, and that was my point. If we're gonna do that, then we can just stop right wherever we need to stop, cause I can tell you that came from the legal side. There's gonna be nights when we come from, just hypothetically, Commissioner Tell's gonna say, well, I'm not comfortable with the consent agenda, action item 8.3 needs, some explanation and that kind of thing, so we're gonna have this dance that stumbles.
It does,
Yeah.
and Eric has, or Commissioner Nolan, sorry, going, and with zoning matters in Harrison County, we do the consent agenda quite a bit. And a
Right.
board member won't be comfortable and say, hey, I wanna pull item 34.
Right.
And we pull that one out,
Right.
and so it's fluid and it's flexible.
Right.
But overall, it does go smoother than what went tonight, but this, we didn't know until after we'd gone through the whole process that there was the request to go to a consent, so we fell into it backwards.
Got it.
It'll get better.
You think these motions are long?
No.
My motions are huge.
Are they? We're gonna try to keep Commissioner Nolan out of the long motion.
It's called the KISS syndrome.
Oh, yeah,
And we're also
yeah, they can.
going to, acknowledge and accept we'll get better and better at this.
Yeah.
We have to get better, otherwise I'm gonna be taken out of here on a felony charge all right, 9.9, motion to approve the emergency lift station number 26 piping improvements performed by SCI in the amount of $34,317.41 in accordance with the state of Mississippi purchase law 3171F, page 1415, section K. Can I get a motion to approve?
So
Commissioner Biassinger motions, Commissioner
Second.
Nolan seconds. All in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
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 Alright, thank you, sir. Motion carries unanimously. 9:10, seeking a motion to approve the abandonment of utilities easements for the property located at Kahana Street, located on Kahana Street, Phase 2, Unit 7, Block 4, between lots 27 and 28, per the Diamond Water and Sewer District Water Use Ordinance, page 10, section 9.8.1. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Tell motions, can I get a second?
Second.
Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you, sir. And that motion too is approved. Leading us to a motion to adjourn after I read in fact the next meeting of the Board of Commissioners scheduled April 9th, 2026, 4 p.m., Diamond Water Sewer District Conference Room, 4425 Park 10 Drive, Diamond Head, Mississippi. With that being stated, can I get a motion to approve to adjourn?
So April 6th.
Hmm?
Did you say April 6th or April 9th?
April 9th, if I said April 6th, it was a mistake. April 9th, 2026, 4 p.m. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner.
Second.
Commissioner Bertel motions, Commissioner Nolan seconds. All in favor of approves action signify by saying aye.
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 And unanimously, we have agreed to adjourn at